Using Sledge to send pre-cooked grenades through a soft floor to kill any unsuspecting defenders is one of many tips that I'll be going over in this video and that you need in your ranked games. Speaking of, my second tip is bouncing Valkyrie cameras. If there's somewhere that you want to get a Valkyrie camera but you can't necessarily get the angle, you can bounce it off of another pre-placed Valkyrie camera to get it into certain places just like this. Number 3 is impact tricking through drone holes. A lot of you may know what impact tricking is, where you throw an impact above and on the other side of the wall where the hard-breaching utility is being used. Attackers can easily counter this by just placing their gadget super low, however, so to mitigate this, throw it through the drone hole next to the wall instead. Number 4 is this ram trick to counter Mira. I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but you can put Ram's device on a Mira window, activate it, and destroy the Mira. If it is a glitch, it might be patched by the time you see this video, but if it's not, it's just kinda weird. Number 5 is Hibana tricking. A lot of people know Maverick tricking, but you don't know that you can literally do the same thing on Hibana. Just put her charges at the top and bottom of the wall like this, and the reinforcement should be destroyed, giving you nothing but a soft wall in your way. Number 6 is Ace tricking. It's literally the same thing as Hibana tricking, but it's with Ace. Just throw it at the top and the bottom of the wall, and you're good. Now, I've told you about how good impact tricking is, but what if I told you there's an even more reliable way to counter it without just putting it lower on the wall? Well, here it is. All you need to do is destroy the soft wall on the reinforcement, and then put your hard breach inside of the wall. The explosive radius shouldn't be able to get the hard breach when it's inside of the wall from here, giving you a free wall that they can't impact trick. Number 8 is a knock mechanic that most people actually don't know, and that is if you're playing knock and you activate her ability, when you shoot alibi clones, the clones don't actually ping you. So, if you know they have an alibi, don't hesitate to shoot the clones with your ability active, because it might actually be the real player, and those few seconds of hesitating that you would normally do can get you killed. Number 9 is multi-level vert. As Buck, you can reliably do what no other soft breacher can do, which is fastly play vert from multiple different floors. All you have to do is buck the floor that you're standing on, then ADS and buck the floor beneath that. This will give you 2 floors of vert as opposed to just 1. Number 10 is using Capadel bolts through bullet holes. You can shoot 2 bullets into a floor from below or above it. Then aim exactly where you fired these 2 bullets and shoot a Capital firebolt. This will land fire on the other side that falls onto the floor, which can get defenders out of important positions and get you and your team a free kill. Number 11 is this tip about the laser sight. When you read the description of the laser sight, most people believe that it only increases hipfire accuracy based off of this description where it says that it only decreases hipfire accuracy. This is actually not the case. On shotguns specifically, the laser also increases the pellet spread accuracy of shotguns while you're aiming in, as you can see right here. If you equip laser sight on your shotgun, like I told you to do last tip, there's a certain point of the body you can aim at that will consistently give you one-shot downs with most shotguns. You want to be aiming at the chin. You would assume that aiming at the torso would be the best because of it being a bigger target, so most of the pellets would hit the enemy, but this isn't actually the best method. Aiming at the chin works so well because of the secret change Ubisoft made to shotguns called the 1.5 times headshot multiplier. This essentially increases the damage of each pellet that hits the head by 1.5 times, meaning that if you can find the perfect balance of aiming head level while also getting a lot of pellets into the body, you can get easy one-shot downs by just aiming at the chin. Number 12 is thermite proximity explosions. You can use thermite's large breach radius to open things that are electrified. For example, if this wall is reinforced with electricity, you can put the thermite on the ceiling to open the wall from above. You can use this next to hatches as well. Overall, a super useful tip. Number 13 is rook armor saving you from shotguns. So I talked about how shotguns can reliably one-shot people from most distances, but if you body shot someone with a shotgun, they won't die and only get downed if they have rook armor equipped, and this is consistent with every single operator. Number 14 is Ying soft penetration. If you pull your Ying Candela out and you hover over a soft floor, wall, or barricade, your Ying Candela will actually send the blinds through the soft barricade and blind people on the other side. Number 15 is Ram playing from below. As Ram, her destructive capabilities aren't limited to the floor below her. You can use Ram to make vert on the ceiling above her as well, by putting her device on top of a surface and activating it just like this. The next few tips are going to be about Legion because he had a rework recently that changed him a lot. Check out my Legion guide linked at the top right here to see everything else that came with it. Number 16 is Legion Towers. Legion can stack his mines on top of one another to create tons of damage, and in some cases even kill players who walk in their proximity. Number 7 is Legion Traps. This tip I actually got from Royal Penguin. With Legion, you can put a mine on top of an Ela mine at the top of a door. When the Ela mine goes off, it will break, letting the Legion mine that was on top of the Ela mine fall on top of the stunned player, stunning them, getting a Legion mine in their foot, and in some cases even killing them. Number 18 is Legion and Frost. If you combo a Legion next to a Frost mat, the downed player will hit the Frost mat and hit a Legion mine subsequently, which will kill them. Number 19 is this Fuse OSA trick. Fuse canisters can go through OSA shields now. This can be a deadly combination if you break the OSA shield to hide the fuse and activate it when defenders get close. Number 20 is the same trick, but with Zero. Zero can shoot cams onto OSA shields, but unlike Fuse, you don't want to activate this gadget on the other side. This is due to the fact that defenders can easily shoot it once you flip it and activate it onto the other side. If you leave it on the side that you shot it though, you can use this camera next to the bomb for sound calls to tell your teammates when the enemy is defusing. Number 21 is this amazing drone hole angle on Outback. If you play somebody with a 2x scope or higher, you can easily shoot the feet of anybody on the laundry door and get free damage or even in some circumstances, free kills. If you do this with Blackbeard, it gets even more effective and uncounterable. Number 22 is countering Ying. For whatever reason, a lot of people don't know this simple concept, so I'll highlight it for you. You can literally just shoot Ying Candelas. It really is that simple. If you shoot a Ying Candela, it goes bye-bye. Stop running away from them and just shoot them. Super simple. Unless it's fully cooked, then good luck. Number 23 is fuse tricking. As fuse, you can fuse a surface above the floor that you want to play vertically from. If you put a fuse almost, keyword almost, right next to where you just fused, you can open the floor fully that you just fused. Put a third one down again right next to the first two, and those fuse charges will perfectly go into the vert holes that the first two made, getting you free kills and making the explosion faster than the defenders can react to due to travel time. Number 24 is fuse placement. A lot of people don't know that fuse charges go in a very specific pattern, a straight line. Once you memorize that fuse charges go left and right in a straight line, you can maximize its efficiency by droning out defenders and their utility and fusing all of it accordingly. Number 25 is Azami pixel angles on rafters. This one is pretty common, but for those of you that don't know, you can put Azami barricades on rafters like this to get pixel angles onto the door that are very hard for attackers to counter. This can be done not only on rafters, but many other places on many other maps as well. Number 26 is this cool angle onto secret stairs you can get from inside of church. Shoot a hole next to the top of this church reinforcement like so. Then break the chairs in church to get on the table, and you have a great angle onto church for any attacker that walks down the stairs. I think Nomad is highly overrated for watching flanks because of this simple counter. As a flanking defender, you can super slowly just walk up to the edge of the air jab's radius on the flank and just shoot the air jab. Now you can easily flank without issue and without them knowing. Yeah, Nomad sucks. Number 28 is this pixel angle you can get with Osa. If you ever get sent to coastline, you can play Osa when you attack hookah. Repel on the hookah window, turn upside down, and place your shield on the barricade. This will break the barricade and give you your shield. Turn yourself back right side up. Now the couch acts as cover for your body while the shield protects your head, giving you a pixel angle into hookah for free kills. Number 29 is creating rotates faster. If you have a shotgun to create rotates, whether it be a primary or a secondary shotgun, it doesn't matter, you can make rotates much easier by moving while shooting. When you move, the pellet spread of your shotgun increases, which means the holes you make are bigger. This makes making rotations much easier and faster. Speaking of making rotates, number 30 is making rotates smaller. You don't have to make 4 or more holes to create a rotate. You can just use 3 shots, 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top. You don't even need to do this though, because you can make rotates with just 2 shots. This works especially more reliably with the Super Shorty, but done right, it can work with other shotguns too. Number 31 is turning your sound settings onto night mode. Night mode makes explosions and gunfire quieter while making footsteps louder, allowing you to not get your ears blasted while playing Thermite, but also being able to hear flanks when you're shooting. Number 32 is placing nitros behind barricades. This one I also got from Royal Penguin. You can essentially take the barricade off of a window and break the glass. Then you put the nitro on the windowsill and then re-barricade the window in front of the nitro. This will hide a majority of the nitro's beeping sound and cover its visibility, as well as giving you free kills if you have a camera next to this trap. Number 33 is pairing up alibi clones with observation blockers. This is especially easy to do because alibi brings observation blockers herself. All you have to do is put the observation blockers next and behind head holes. This will make the attackers see the observation blocker there, which will make them assume that there's a player on the head holes. If you put an alibi clone behind the blocker, they won't be able to see it on their drone, so when they walk up and they assume it's a real player, they'll shoot it, to where you can swing and kill them. Number 34 is hiding Valkyrie cameras on light bulbs. Light bulbs are so bright that they cover your Valkyrie camera if placed on the actual bulb. Also, to an attacker POV, the camera just looks like the light bulb itself, making it super hidden. Number 35 is a Rooney tricking. This one is kind of a troll tip, but can be fun. As a Rooney, put your gate on the side that the attackers have to put utility. The entire time, stand on the other side of the wall, which will trigger the Rooney gate to deactivate. Once they put the hard breach on the wall, walk away from the Rooney gate. This will reactivate the gate and destroy the hard breach on the wall. Number 36 is climbing onto windowsills. On defense, break the barricade of a window as well as its glass. Then get into position on a surface near the window of your choice. Once the prep phase ends, you can climb onto the windowsill and get crazy spawn kill angles or runouts. Number 37 is putting gadgets in Goyo canisters. This works on both sides. If you as an attacker put your drone in a Goyo canister, when the defender goes to shoot it, it will also shoot the Goyo and blow it up. If you're a defender, you can put other gadgets and attackers will shoot them, making them also shoot the Goyo canister at the same time. Number 38 is pairing up Goyo and Capcan. If you put a Goyo Capcan near the Capcan trap, when the Capcan trap goes off, it will also explode the Goyo. A lot of people don't know this, but when Goyo's gadget explodes, it actually does explosive damage on impact. This means that if paired up with Goyo, the explosive damage from just one canister in 2 Capcan traps is enough to kill most people. Not to mention the fire that comes with it will finish off most low health attackers from the traps or kill anyone that is downed. Number 39 is breaking windows on barricades in the prep phase. As the defender, the glass on windows heavily works against you, whether it be because the sound of the glass breaking gives away your runout, or it blocks the sound being made by attackers. Glass, either way, just really sucks for you. To mitigate this, put 5 bullet holes into a barricaded window, all at different locations of the window. This will break the glass, but also keep the integrity of the original barricade. Number 40 is Jackal footstep tracking. As Jackal, a lot of people don't know that certain shaped footsteps belong to certain operators. I'll have my editor put on screen the chart of what operators go to what footsteps. The color of the footsteps also heavily matter as well, because it determines how old the footsteps actually are. Number 41 is Zero's ability Crosshair. His crosshair of his ability, ADS or not, will change depending on if you are aiming at a soft wall or a hard wall. If you're aiming at a soft surface, the crosshair will have an extra bar at the top. Number 42 is IQ countering the diffuser. A lot of people don't know that IQ can do what Solus and Pulse do, which is denying the plant, but instead IQ can deny the diffusing gadget when the defender activates it. This allows her to shoot below the floor and kill the defender trying to defuse, giving you a free round win. Number 43 is Smoke going through surfaces. Smoke's unique ability can travel through floors and walls if done correctly. As you can see, I am on coastline, I'm shooting open the floor right here, and the floor where the default plant is. If I throw it on the wall below, it will deny the person on the default plant from below. Number 44 is Capitao one-way smokes. Capitao's smokes stick to wherever you shoot them, meaning you can have super high smokes. If you aim his smokes high on a wall, it will make it to where defenders are standing in the smoke won't actually be able to see, while you can clearly see them, giving you free kills. Number 45 is punch holes for Flores. If you punch a hole in a wall, a Flores drone can actually climb the punch holes. Put multiple, and a Flores drone can scale an entire wall. Where and when you would actually use this, I have zero idea. Number 46 is using punch holes for air jabs. If you punch a hole in a wall as Nomad, you can shoot an air jab onto this punch hole. If a defender on the other side of this wall passes this punch hole, they will get air jabbed. It's especially effective because this strategy covers the air jab sound very well. Number 47 is using Hibana to destroy Cade Claws. Typically, the explosion from Hibana charges is large enough of a radius that if you have an electrified hatch, you can just Hibana next to the side of the hatch and reliably explode the Cade Claw, and then open the hatch. Number 48 is Mute countering Blitz. In a Mute Jammer, a lot of abilities don't work, including Blitz's ability. If you, as a Blitz, try to flash an enemy while you're in a Mute Jammer, it won't work. Number 49 is Dokkaebi countering cameras. No, not in the way that you might be thinking. One thing that's cool about Dokkaebi is that when you call, all cameras are disabled until the end of the call's duration, even for people that are dead. So if you can't kill anyone to take over the cams, and you don't want them to be looking at you when you push, simply just call, and this problem goes away. Number 50 is hiding Capcan traps with barricades. If you put a barricade on a door and take it off, the barricade leaves the sides of the barricade still on the door. This little extra layer of door frame can effectively hide your Capcan traps a lot better. With that out of the way, that is it for today's video. Go check out this video where I go over all of the best Valkyrie cameras for every single map, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.